Alright, this is my first video. This is what I sound like. Hopefully the mic quality isn't too bad, but yeah. I just wanted to make a video where it shows how to optimize Photoshop for painting. Alright, so when you first open up Photoshop, it should probably look something like this. I'm on the 2020 version, so I'm not exactly too sure since 2024, 2025, it's a big jump. So it might look a bit different, but this is what I work with. This is the default. I like to put into painting first, just so it makes it easier for me. Okay, so I'm just going to close all these tabs. You can find it in the burger bar up here. So close tab group, and just do it with all of them. And then if we need it, we can just bring it back later. A lot of these are just like junk, so you don't really need it. And this as well. We'll close the toolbar as well because we're going to set up shortcuts, so it doesn't matter too much. And if we need it, again, we can just bring it back up. Okay, let's go into Windows and bring some of it back up. So we got brush settings, brushes, color, and layers. I'm just gonna sort this out, put this here, put that there, put this here, and put this here. For the navigator and brushes, personally, I don't think you need this, but I should be using Navigator more so I don't constantly zoom in and out of my paintings, which just wastes time. And for brushes, you can just right click and you can just bring up this. Let's close this and then close this again. Okay, so for colors, this hue cube is okay, but personally I think there's only two really good ones. Either the color wheel, which turns into a triangle, which is way better, and as well you get a HSB slider. Or you can go purely with the HSB. I've been doing this so I can get better at painting, which is you limit yourself to just purely sliders so you can understand the relations better. Just gonna go over layers real quick. So this is to search for layers. These are to filter for whatever layers you have. This is to filter the PNG layers, filter mask, filter text, filter shapes, and filter smart objects. This is your layer modes. This is your opacity of your layer. This is to lock whatever, so this is to lock pixels, this is to lock image pixels, this is lock position, and this does nothing, and I think this locks the whole thing. These down here are pretty self-explanatory. This is a layer mask, this is adjustment layers, this is to make a folder, and this is to make a new layer, and that's to delete layer. I didn't go too in-depth with these as well as these because I want to make a video in the future where I go more in-depth in them and show you how just how much work they can do. Okay, so I'm going to go over brushes real quick and why I don't use this tab. If you right click while on the brush tool, you can bring this up. And normally you'll start off with something like this. And you can grab this little thing down here and just grab it all the way out. I recommend using it with a mouse because if you use it with the tablet pen, it makes it really laggy for some reason. See, it's laggy. And if you switch to the mouse, it fixes it instantly. Okay, so now whenever you right click again, it should stay the same size, and just grab a brush, paint, and it just goes away. Grab a brush, paint, and it goes away. I'm not going to go over brush settings because I'm not really good at making them. I just take everyone else's. But you can just test it out. You can just see whatever you make down here. Okay, so now we'll go into preferences, which is an edit. Go here. Oops. Here. There's nothing you need to touch here. Interfaces, you can change the colors. As well as this. Workspace, nothing here. Tools, these are the important ones. So just need overscroll and disable flick panning. I like to zoom with scroll wheel as well, so I put that on, and that's it. So now you can press spacebar and just go around. Okay, so we're going to make keyboard shortcuts. So go into edit again, and then you can either do it this way, so just make your own, or you can copy mine, which I will leave it in the Discord, or I can send it to you through Instagram. Just send me a message. So we'll go presets, import, export, select the folder. I already have it set up, so it's just shortcut Photoshop. Then double click this, import presets, and that should do it. And I have to restart it. Okay, so now We'll go into edit, keyboard shortcuts, and it should be here. Yep. Click OK, and boom. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about my keyboard shortcuts real quick because they're quite different from the default. So you go into keyboard shortcuts, and then you go into summarize, and then you go into save, and then you should be able to take a look at all of this and see what I've done. Okay, so I'm just going to show some of the shortcuts in action. Q and W is my size up and size down. V is my pencil tool. I like to use that a lot because you get 2 brushes instead of 1, so you can have like, say, an airbrush on B, and then you can have like a pure hard edge brush on your V. So it's just super quick to work around, so you can go like this and then into a hard edge, or like this and then carve out that. And then I have A set up as my lasso, and then I have T set up as my other lasso, and then my Y set up as the ellipse lasso, or the Marquise tool, I think they're called. Control Q is not quit, it's brightness and contrast. Control U is saturation and brightness. Hue and saturation. I should probably change that because it's Control U that's really far from each other. I should probably change to like some other buttons. Control F is flip canvas. U is my line tool. I like to use this a lot because you can just place one and you just pull it around wherever. Okay, so I'm just going to set up value checking because I've got to do that, which is shortcut is Control Y as well set. So go into view, proof setup, go into custom, and then change it from whatever to dot gain 20. Done. And then now let's say you do some painting, so Control Y, and then you press Control Y, so now it's just a value check. That's about all the stuff I can think of for optimizing Photoshop. Next video I'll cover more into like tool techniques and painting techniques, so such as like, say you have a lasso out and then you hold Alt, it turns into a straight line select instead. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave in the comments or DM me on Instagram. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.